Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
I was reformatting pictures to the last minute here. Let's see. Because we're doing ranged weapons, but now we're doing the kinds with a trigger.
Yeah.
Not the bow and arrow, but the guns. Okay. Let's see. Robert's here. He says, I didn't show you what the cover photo is, but that'll be a comfortable surprise later. But Robert said Tim could have used that set for his gig last night. So now I'm gonna make you wonder what I loaded it when we were at the Royal Armouries. Carl and I. By the way, nothing to do with Viking today. I'm so sorry. A little bit of needle binding though. But we were at the Royal Armouries for your birthday earlier this month, or no, actually last month now, October. We took a ton of photos and we wanted to go through all of them. So this is now we're on the ranged weapons. We've done melee, or swords anyway. We've done arrow or archery, bow and arrow, and we even did some crossbows. And now we're on the guns. So absolutely far from the Viking age. Did Vikings have guns?
You would have to stretch the definition of both of those things to the point where it becomes meaningless for the answer to that to be yes.
I bet they understand you better with that on you. Yep. And then I think we look at armor next weekend, or next week, yeah. But it'll have to be probably cut into two as well: cloth armor and plate mail or chain mail. Yeah, we shall see. Anyhow, PJ's got off to visit her sister's 60th birthday, so she cannot be joining us today. But that's a damned good excuse. Garcia is here. And in Holland, Anne Moreau is here from Belgium. She has time to have some food. Yeah, I had to start a little late. I was because we found out the first time we played with the green screen thing. We found out that if we have a square, the image has to be long. If it's not, it won't show up because we can only do green screen in the vertical mode, not the horizontal. So I have to make all the pictures fit in a vertical frame before showing them. So anyway, that took us a little bit extra time today. Nikki's up here. She says the kiwi is up now and making coffee. The sun is up and it's warm, 7 degrees. It's supposed to become summer, but on Tuesday it snowed. It's It's going to be snowing here in not too long. It's been pretty cold. Today is the 1st of November, which means we are officially on winter hours in the Viking village, which is a godsend because I think it was almost pitch black by 3:30 today. So if we were still open until 6 o'clock, but last week you couldn't see anything after 4:30. I suppose it was so dark you would need a flashlight to see anything. So it makes sense anyway. So now we're open until 10:30, from 10:30 until 2 o'clock from today. Let's see. Anne said the storm last week, it just stayed. After the storm last week, it just stayed cold here. That's in Belgium. And today we had rain in the afternoon. Again, normal autumn weather. Torben says, in Hardanger, Norway, by the way, winter is coming. That's right. And I saw that he has purchased him plenty of stuff to do if he gets snowed in. Do you want to tell about the set that he bought today? I showed you pictures.
Yeah, but this is not something I'm familiar with. He would probably happily brag about it, but it's a small unit of what looks like particularly scary Necrons.
For the Warhammer collector. So he's going to be assembling and painting. So are you going to be busting this stash, Torben? Because Carl has to do one. I just want him to do one orc. Paint and finish one orc. Let's see.
You have noticed what keeps happening every time I'm concentrating on something, right?
Assalamu alaikum, says Baby Azinaz. Okay, that's getting a little spammy, but assalamu alaikum to you too. Oops, no, we have to put user in a timeout. Okay.
And you have Peruda to punish your peasants?
Peruda's not here yet, but anyway, I just put him in a timeout because assalamu alaikum is very nice, but you don't have to do it 20 times. Nothing sounds good, says Nikki. I did a dance social and then watched early Guy Fawkes fireworks with friends with the weirdest idea, let's blow up the fireworks because somebody didn't get to blow up Parliament. Okay. I haven't seen that one. I haven't been watching the news or anything lately, not even the weather.
A woman, Guy Fawkes, was in the news a couple of years ago, you could say.
Max is here, Albert is here. What stitch are we doing this month? New month, we're going to be doing the Fåberg stitch. I wanted to keep it kind of easy because more of a simple stitch this time than something that was slightly familiar. Because we're going to be doing stash busting as well. Oh, Carla's going into a timeout today, and Carl is so pleased. Why is Carla whining? Do we think now?
I think she's going into her second heat.
Carla's a Siamese cat. Come here, Carla. Say hi. She's just running around squeaking.
That it's not quite as bad as last time, I think.
Trim, hi Trim. Robert's here, evening all. How are we doing this evening? I need to leave early, start working early tonight. Okay, so then we should probably get to it. Susan Youngman is here from Adirondacks. Okay, I'm doing all Fåberg I'm already doing Fåberg. So my kid will be pleased. I haven't finished her fingerless mittens. I made mittens, but I'm not done yet. I started making them with some of the extra yarn.
I think I can sneak off for a cigarette before you do something else.
Oh, I'm just about ready to go. No, you can wait. I'm making him wait because I need to. Robert's gonna go, so sit your ass down and do some gunshot talks.
You're going to talk about your mittens
Nope,
for at
I'm
least
done.
the next
Look,
5 minutes.
but this
I
is
know
Mom
you.
in. No, but I don't have my stuff ready to show Fåberg. Carl is an asshole. We've been home for almost an hour now. I hate you. Somebody take him away. Okay, I'll show one more thing. I have the picture on the back wall here. I had Carl hang up, and I'm not sure how that's going to react with green screen. But this is all made with human hair. And the coolest thing about this one is on the back side, it's written whose hair it is. Carla. 1846. This is hair from Mrs. Johanna Sørensen in she says died in 1926, born 1872. And then there's also Matilda Halvorsen, I think, who died 10 years earlier. The hair flower was made in circa 1882 by mother and daughter. Johanna, who was born 1846 and died in 1926, and Matilda Halvorsen, who was born in 1872 and died in 1952. I read 62. It was 1926. Anyway, Matilda and Karl Halvorsen's daughter Ingrid Bium owned this from her father's death, or inherited from his father's death, in 1955 until she died in 1971. Then her son, Aushane Bium, or it looks like Eugene, but it's Aushane Bium. He owned it from 1971 until he died in 1984. And then Hjørdis Bium, his wife, got it after him in 1984. And Hjørdis Bium is my children's grandmother, great-grandmother. And I inherited it from her. I probably should have written that on there. But when she died, which was probably about 7 years ago now. It's getting to be a while anyway, but it's quite cool. So this would be something I would love to try, but if you look, I don't know how well you can see, but really closely anyway, it looks like it's wrapped around wire. But I thought that was such a cool thing. So anyway, we'll see how the green screen deals with thing in the background. Yeah, I forgot to write on there that I had inherited it after Hjørdis Bium. But this is all through my ex's side of the family, the Bium name. Anyway, let's see. We had to hang it on any nail, so it was not when we were cleaning the shelf. Okay, so there we go. Made by Ed Gain. This is Torben. Anne says, I just like the way Carl says, woman, with that slight tone of indignation in his voice. Yeah, I hate him. You can have him. Okay, but anyway, we should get going on here. Back to the green screen. Yep, okay. Let's see what, I guess that's going to be picking up on the wall because Carl decided to sit on the opposite side of me. And we noticed that 2 weeks ago, the ocarinas, which are way over there now, look like male genitalia. So I'm assuming that little pink skein of yarn up there is also going to, not skein, but cake of yarn is going to look like one too. So we shall see. Anyway, so Carl's going to show weapons. Okay.
See nothing on the wall.
Nope, we're gonna start with further back. Oh no, we'll go this way. Let's go kind of modern.
My
They're all
pants and my cat are fading in and out of
Okay.
existence, but
so. Let's put this over here so you can see. I chose this nice background of a field with some trees because where else would you use these, right? Okay, so I'm going to put this down here if the cats don't knock it over so Carl can see it. Okay, and then I have to blow up so Carl can see it. What is that, Carl? I'm testing all your knowledge here.
well, in the foreground you have an MP40, occasionally called a Schmeisser, even though the gunsmith Schmeisser was just barely involved in the process of making this gun. He made another machine pistol that he actually made, but for some reason the Allies decided to give him all the credit for this thing. It's the typical German machine pistol of the Second World War.
Okay, yeah, because I think we're in the Second World War in the beginning here.
Yeah, no.
There were so many different guns. I tried to take pictures of the unusual looking ones, and as we've said before, if Carl does not like my choice of pictures, then next time he will take them himself.
No, this one is pretty iconic and recognizable.
Oh, it was kind of cool
The-
looking, I thought. It looks sort of like a spy from World War II.
Yeah. They exist in they were produced in enormous amounts.
There's like this little rod kind of stuck to the side of it, right above the trigger. What is that?
That's the charging handle. When you pull that back, you lift a cartridge out of the magazine, and when it slams forward, it slams it into
Oh,
the
yeah.
chamber and
There's
it
like a little
fires.
screw on the front. I thought it was something that came off completely.
No, that is the.
Oh yeah, you're seeing it. This big long
That thing you
stick-like
can
thing.
fold back and put to your shoulder. It's a
Oh, it's like
foldable.
tripod kind of thing. No?
No, it's a stock.
A stock. Okay. All right, I got that. And the magazine is the long thing in the front here.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle. And okay, let's see.
I believe it takes about 20 rounds of 9mm parabellum.
Nikki says, it's like Carla's being held at gunpoint and begging for her life. Oh, you have no idea. There is a a carry case out in the hallway with her name on it if she keeps it up. Ah, Reducebe's here, by the way. Welcome.
Right now she is playing with her brother and being pretty quiet. So.
Yeah, Sweden likes the gun. Says it looks pretty cool. Torben says, you're calling it evidence? Okay, let's see the next one. I have to pull the picture forward. There we go. This one. I remember you liking. Oop. That one. I'll just zoom in
now
so
you
Carl
are
can see.
in the British section, I believe.
Oh, we're all over the place, just so you know.
The thing on top there is Piat.
Yeah.
Projector infantry anti-tank, I believe. The Americans and the Germans used recoilless rifles, basically bazookas. The Germans...
I couldn't help it. Carlo walked by, so I had to do a quick little green screen and cats. Gotta love it. I don't know if you caught it, but anyway, I'll have to rewind because she moved on. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, the thing on top there, the Piat. The American used the bazooka, which is a recoilless rifle for anti-tank work.
Yeah.
And the Germans used the Panzerfaust and Panzerschreck, which basically operates on the same principle.
Yeah.
The British decided to go in another direction, to put it mildly. So this one is operated by a fairly big steel spring that is compressed. And when
Yeah.
you pull the trigger, the spring throws the grenade
I
forward.
think I have a better photo of that piece.
So it has very little range, but the grenade on top there has a directional charge in the actual grenade. So if it actually hits something, it can possibly destroy it, even fairly hard panzer. But it is...
I thought I had a better picture of it, but it's hard to see.
It
Oh, there.
has very little range.
There we go. It's
So-
tiny, tiny pictures on my screen, but there we go. Now it'll come up. There
If
you go.
you are close enough to hit anything with it, you're also close enough that at least the explosion will blow your hair back.
Cat apparition. Yeah, if you caught it, and believe me, if she walks by one more time, I'm gonna do it again. Happy Halloween. Yeah, Runa had a birthday. He turned, well, we said 46. We're trying to take away 10 years off of his life. So that's just a slightly better picture of the inside the barrel thing there that you could see. Okay, We'll get some more here. We got lots to do
And the
today.
thing you see on
Yeah.
top of it here, you might have a better picture of it, but I can
No,
talk
I
about
don't. Not
it,
in. I only could choose.
Anyway. That is kind of the British answer to the German MP40. This is the Stun submachine gun.
Yeah.
They are so comically simple that they were produced in occupied Norway during the Second World War, and nobody who produced any components to the weapon understood what they were actually making, except for the people putting them together. So factories occupied by the Germans produces pieces of resistance weapons without knowing about it, which is pretty cool.
Okay, next one. Let's see. It takes so we got a little bit of delay before it shows up on our screen so that Carl can see it. There we go. This thing was kind of cool. I know. Okay, so we're jumping all over the place, by the way, in time zones and locations. And this one has a. I can't zoom it in big enough to see what it says. But is that like a silencer kind of thing?
No.
Okay, what is this? Because I know absolutely
I am
nothing
not
about
sure
this.
because I am not familiar with this one. But I would say it's either a rope gun or some kind of flare gun. It fires something big and heavy. Let's see. From the little schematic under it, it looks like it's an egg firing gun.
Yeah,
Uh,
it does. Actually,
but
but I can't zoom in close enough
you
to
use
see.
something like this to fire a rope from one ship to another, for instance, if you want to tie them together.
Oh.
But it might also be for flares.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a military anti-anything weapon, but it might be. I just don't know.
Torben says, shoots rope from one ship to another. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Come to us, please. Robert says, it's a Martini Henry-based grenade launcher. Oh, cool. That sounds even better than a
Okay.
rope launcher.
Then it is pretty old, I would assume.
It probably is. It's in the Royal Armouries.
Yeah.
Just-
But I
look I
would
got.
say pre-First World War then, if it's based on the Martini Henry design.
It looks like a bike vent at the tip, says Rodisby. And Nolvia says, it's in a potato gun. I like that one probably the most of all. You could have like a complete Polish war with a potato gun.
This would be, if it fires a grenade, and if
'Cause I
it
love
fires a
potatoes.
grenade with enough force to
What the
actually
hell is this?
to actually get it far enough away from you to be
Yeah.
mostly harmless, the recoil on this thing would be unpleasant. To put it
Unpleasant,
mildly.
yeah, okay. Let's see what other one. I picked up a lot of interesting. Okay, here's some more. In probably World War II section or World War something. Look at, there's ghosts everywhere. Okay. Now here's 3 different guns, I think. 1, 2, 3, and then of course there's on the other side there. So it's a little, but one of them has like this round
Yep.
magazine. And
No,
then,
you're in Russia.
oh, we're in Russia now. Okay.
I am not exactly super familiar with their guns.
Yeah.
The thing with all Russian weapons is that they are rugged as all hell, but they're not precise to begin with, so who cares?
One of them has like
Wait
a
minute.
door handle
Is
on it.
this Russia?
I don't know. There's like quite a few anyway, but this is in the military section.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
no. But yes, this is Russia. It's just that Japan is on the other side, so you see the handle of the katana there.
Nikki says, "Here, have a grenade." Robert says, "Drum mag is let's see, it's a little too zoomed here.
PPS.
It's a PPS." Albert says they made so many Martini Henry. I think I'm a little too zoomed here. I don't know why. There we go. Martini Henrys that they used them for so many things and was used in Africa for a long time after as well. Okay, you ready for the next one, or do you want to talk more? I see one of them looks like it has like a pot handle on the top.
Yeah, that's the carrying handle, so it's pretty much on the point of balance for the weapon.
Yeah.
I associate that particular handle with the Japanese, but Japan is on the other side, so
It could be, yeah, because you can see it's on the other
you
side
see
of the
there
rack.
is the handle of a katana there, so I think that thing belongs to the Japanese. I don't remember what they called it, but it's generally accepted to be the worst machine gun of the Second World War.
Always good to be known for that. Jayu is here. You guys from Russia? Nope, we're from Norway. Well, he's from Norway. I'm originally from the United States. but we live in Norway. Normally we're Vikings, but it's the winter time and it's too dark. So today we're indoors looking at stuff, pictures that we took from the Royal Armouries, and this, because there's so many, we're kind of focusing on guns this one. Next week I think we can start looking at armor. I like that one at the bottom that just has a wooden crank handle. That's what I thought too. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so this one, we're all over the place in time frames, by the way. Where are you from, Jay, by the way? And Roger's here also, by the way. It says, bartender, make me a World War I martini. Where about from the U.S.? I'm from Duluth, Minnesota originally. That's why I have this outrageous accent that sounds like from Fargo. But yeah, up near Canada. I moved here 28 years ago, but I still sound very American. Okay, so this thing with the weird magazine on the top.
That's not completely unheard of because you want to be flat to the ground while you are shooting.
Okay.
So if you have a magazine that big, if it was on the underside of the weapon, it would raise your firing position up so much that you become a bigger target for your enemy shooting at you.
Yeah.
But I don't know this one in particular. I don't recognize it. It's an eccentric weapon.
And we're testing your knowledge here because we didn't take any pictures of the cards. That would be too easy. However, Royal Armoury does have a catalog online, so you could actually look up these even more if you wanted to. Looks like it's got like little ventilation slots along the shaft.
Yes, that's kind of what they are, but they're also there to protect your hand from touching the barrel directly. Because if you empty the magazine on that thing, the barrel is probably going to be close to red hot.
Albert says that looks like a Madsen or A-type something. Maybe. Okay. Whoops.
Not familiar with those, so I can't really say.
Let's see. I lost my thing here. Okay, next picture. We're testing Carl's knowledge for the most part because there's nothing this guy doesn't know, right? All right. Next one is, let's see. Sorry, I lost my microphone thing. This one's the same sort of magazine, but at the bottom in here we have some text.
Yeah.
By the way,
This one you should recognize.
from their characters, James Bond and Dirty Harry to Rambo. Look at the covers of many of DVDs and something in computer games, and you will see that the guns share the limelight with leading characters. British Film Institute. And at the bottom of this one, I think I just can't read it. On the screen or versus, I think that's supposed to be off the screen versus on the screen. But anyway, tell me about this one.
It's an AK.
Yeah, Albert says AK-47.
I think it's
Too easy, says Robert.
I think it is. Isn't it the 74 that has the loose that doesn't have the wooden stock for the shoulder?
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
the 47 has the wooden stock and the 74 doesn't. But I'm not an expert on this. But it's clearly a Kalashnikov design. But exactly which one I can't say.
Okay. Anything more you want to point out on this one before I go to the next? Juice. Yeah, gun from home country. From my home country, says Nikki. And Juice says, yeah. But yeah, that was kind of an interesting.
This one has the same foldable stock as the MP40.
Yeah.
It is of a much higher caliber and it has this typical banana-shaped magazine.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Depending on a year, could be 74U, if I'm reading that right. Okay. Next picture. Okay. Some of these are going to be sci-fi, by the way. This is not. This is okay. For one, you've got like there's a couple things going on in this picture, but for the big focus is that little teeny tiny gun. It's actually not tiny though, because we found even smaller. But you can see it with the size bullets next to it.
This isn't tiny at all. It's a
No.
normal size.
Oh, it's a
gun.
normal size gun. Okay, yeah. Looks like there's a baton in the background for beating the crap out of things. And then
That baton beats the crap out of things and then it explodes.
oh, lovely.
It's a stick grenade.
Yeah.
But oh, is it P38? I'm not sure. It's one of the lesser known German sidearms of the Second World War. They used.
I was trying to do the cat apparition thing again, but it didn't really work. It just shows the messy house. Don't look.
You see the much more famous Luger in the background there.
Yeah.
And then you obviously have the Mauser broom handle that are also much more famous. But I'm wondering, I think it
See
is
you, Jay.
I think it is P38, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Redisby says, Carl is still horny, I hear. Oh, yeah, no, man, she can't get enough, apparently.
She's horny again.
We
She
need
is
her a
not
toy.
still horny.
I don't know. She could be. She never stopped making so much noise. But actually, we turned out she might have been reacting to the fire alarm
She
battery.
stopped. The last time she was going bananas, she wasn't horny. She was just annoyed with the fire alarm, I think.
Nikki says, well, not sure if the South African invented the AK, but they sure as hell run around wielding them during taxi wars.
Yeah, no, it's... I might have some details wrong in this story. But the guy who invented that design of gun is it Nikolai Kalashnikov? He's a Russian guy.
It's like a cat apparition. I'm having way too much fun. You're so fiend. Do you know Jay is watching? He usually watches a little bit later anyway, but he's got Siamese cats, and he says they
Can be pretty vocal.
can be pretty vocal. No, he said also when they got fixed, there might be a little bit of a pouch, but not too bad. Okay, sorry, we'll get to the next one. Yep, spot on, Carl. Rather P38, says Robert. Albert said, by the way, the first AKs had folding stocks. The wood stock was made when they got adopted into the USSR service. Robert says the AK-47 is a smaller caliber than the AK. Oh, AK-74 is, I'm going totally dyslexic here. The AK-74 is a smaller caliber than the AK-47.
Yeah,
And Albert says the AK came from Russia, but they got shipped everywhere because they were so cheap to make.
Yeah.
I think we might have some.
I talked to an ex-Mujahideen guy.
Yeah?
I met this is so weird. I had a drunken party at Hurtigruten
Yeah.
with an ex-Mujahideen guy from Afghanistan. And he had a pretty long lecture about Kalashnikovs.
Yeah. We'll put it on
He
here for a
said
minute.
basically that the Russians are the best ones.
Yeah.
The second best ones are the ones that they make themselves. And the Egyptian are so bad that you shouldn't be using them. It's better to use it as a blunt instrument than to try to use it as a machine gun.
You are it's kind of funny to watch the green screen thing going on with you floating around.
Yeah, no, I seem to work fine on top, but my pants zoom in and out of existence, so I look...
And your hat, too, the top of your hat is missing. How about Carla?
No, she's fine.
She's fine? Yeah, it's a little delayed.
It understands that Carla is the main character.
Pretty says, my ex would have loved this X-Men. Carl the cuddler. I'm sorry it's delaying before it gets to my computer, so I suddenly see this very lovable man. Okay, what are we looking in this background, by the way? Albert says they do have their own version. Oh, yeah, my hubby would know guns aren't that interesting to me, but they are pretty steampunk. Oh, we're going to get into steampunk, pretty or steampunk. And they do have, Albert says they do have their own version as well. Nikki says that the South Africans are good at gun making and using. Robert says, that just sounded so wrong, Carl. What did you say? I missed it.
I don't remember. It's something about the cat
probably
being
meant
the main character.
Oh, definitely. Okay, what are we looking at? Because these things were quite cool looking.
That I honestly don't know. But
And again, the cards, I thought maybe you could see them, but I zoomed in pretty far just to put these pictures
are
on
you
here.
in fantasy, maybe?
No,
This
I thought
looks-
was up with World War II.
Oh, I see a plane in the background,
Yeah,
so
there's a
it
plane.
might be some kind of conversion to put on a plane.
You could see the cage on the bottom one got crunched at one point in the closer to the base of it, but yeah, this is like World War II.
So
area.
back in World War II and particularly World War One, all the planes are basically built out of balsa wood.
Cat pouches are cute.
So they are theoretically very flammable. That might be the reason why you have this big security thing around the barrel of the gun, because you don't want it to catch fire to the wing of the plane. But I don't know what this is.
Sorry, I was trying to zoom up the thing. The flag of the Mozambique has an AK-47 on it. I did not know that. Okay, next one. Oops, there. I only took pictures of interesting looking guns. High noon, Gary Cooper. All
Yeah.
right. What is this we're looking at?
This is the Thompson carabine, also known as the Tommy gun, with the very Chicago-specific ukulele magazine.
It's Chicago.
It's also known as the Chicago typewriter because when you fire it at full auto, it sounds like a typewriter that somebody's writing very angrily on.
Yeah, okay, I could type like that. What about the little teeny tiny one next to it, compared to it? The pistol.
That's a revolver, but I don't know which one.
I could try to zoom. That's as far as I can zoom. We're zooming our own YouTube here. So.
No, I can't say. I'm sure it stands on the card there, very readable, but...
Okay. Oh, Carla got into the shot again. I'm kind of liking these apparitions for Halloween, even though it's one day after. It's All Saints Day. Oh, that one I think we showed. That was the...
Carla, please.
Okay, Gatling guns. Not Gatling guns. What the heck are these things?
Well, that's the Piat again.
No, it's not the This. Early
Okay.
machine guns. Not Gatling guns. Sorry, it was next to the Gatling guns. Display was similar to this, but this is not the Gatling guns. We did that last week. Early machine guns. I can't really zoom in much bigger, so you can go left to right if you want to on the screen here.
Holy shit, if I could just identify one, I would be happy.
Well, the middle one, the one that looks like it's got a turn, two of them have a turn crank, so they look like they might have been mounted to something.
Yes, these are probably for ships. They are too massive to lug around. At least number 1, 3, and 4, I would say. The other ones might be...
These are very early
let's
machine
call
guns.
it man-portable.
Yeah. They would probably have to port them and set them up. But the two with the turn crank, what would the turn crank be for? You know, the ones that look like a little...
To charge it.
Okay.
Or if you mean the wheel thing,
The
that's,
wheel thing, yeah.
that is to move it around and to kind of
Oh, to turn it?
adjust
Kind
it.
of. Okay. Let's see. These are Wickers, I think, says Albert.
Yeah, I don't think all of them are. I'm sure.
Oh, Robert thought the previous one, by the way, AK the pacemaker. It looked like a single action, Colt action Army AK.
Yeah.
It was a Colt revolver, by the way. And now we're on these ones in... Stina Wrighton is here. Hey, Stina. This is a while since I've seen that name. We're looking at... so obviously it's too dark to be in the Viking village, Stina, so we are checking out pictures from our recent adventure to the Royal Armouries, which is Carl's Mecca. We went there for his 50th birthday, and today, because there's so many pictures, we're separating them. So this time, we're playing with his green screen thing, so you'll get like a cat apparition every now and then, which is fun. And early machine guns. Okay, Carl decided he needed a beer, so let's turn this thing off for a second, and you can show your beer. I don't know if I can turn that off without seeing far enough. Let's see. Nope, screw it. You're just going to have to be an apparition. You're having scopes, pills, which is backwards on the screen there, but...
I haven't had it before. It's a Pilsner, so I'm expecting it to be pretty uninspired, but okay.
Where's it from? It's Norway, isn't it?
Don't think so, but...
Skummende frisk Pilsner, which is a frothy, fresh... Oslo Pioneer since 1821 is the guy. Here, maybe I can turn it.
So it's from Oslo, so kind of Norway.
Let's see. There, can you see? No. Turn the... Technically savvy here. There, now you can see it properly, and you can see Carl loving it in his little Viking wobbly glass. I see you're using, so you can't put that glass down because it'll wobble around. Show him the base of it. Yeah, there you can kind of see it. Oh my gosh, it's doing all kinds of weird things. It's like green screen disappearing. Okay, put it in front of you. Put it in there. There, now you can... Crap! It's too hard to turn off the green screen
but I think
thing.
they saw the shape anyway, even
They
if
saw
it's
the
green
shape,
screen
yeah.
itself.
Okay, let's see if I can turn this back, and then we'll go to another... Oops, Nope, it's on Carl. It's on me! Okay. There we go. Next picture! More of these big ones for Carl.
Holy hell, this episode...
Oh, all of our green screen episodes suck. See? Stina says, "Ah, this green screen is hilarious." Oh, you should have seen the one 2 weeks ago with the pink ocarinas in the background that looked like a male unit. That is one fine pill, says Albert, by the way. He likes your beer. No, that was just kind of a basic one. But okay, what are we looking at here? I got to zoom in for
Zoom
Carl.
in a
Sorry.
little bit.
Yeah, so you can see it. There. The bottom one looks quite interesting.
I would
These just look like regular shotguns.
regular rifles,
Sorry.
bolt-action rifles, except for the bottom one. That's a machine gun.
Probably the bottom one is what I
I
kind of wanted
am
to
very
put in.
tempted to say German because
Most likely.
the mechanisms looks very Mauser to me.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the carrying strap goes through the actual stock of the gun is typical for the Mauser.
Yeah.
Then the thing at the bottom is probably the MG42, but I am absolutely not an expert on this.
No, we got lots more to go through. I'm testing Carl here, so he didn't even get to check it up. It is from Oslo, kind of Norway. I thought that is your capital. Oslo is our capital. What the heck, Carl?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes we
Bottom
bring...
one looks like a 7.62. Ratatatatata, says Torben.
Yeah. I think it's a 7.92 since it's German, but
Germans again, says Albert, and Robert says Albert knows his stuff too. Yep. Radisby says, I've heard that some of the machine guns have a hole that you could piss into to cool it down. Laugh out loud. Because you don't want to use up your drinking water unnecessarily.
well, strictly speaking, something like a
first one would be
water-cooled
a Vickers.
Vickers would have a hole that you could piss into, but it's meant for water. But strictly speaking, as long as things are hotter than body temperature, you can cool everything down by pissing on it.
Oh. Okay. We don't need to test that. All right. By the way, Nikki says the VOD stitch fails because it shrank just for I didn't try to wash it, but I would think it would shrink quite a bit. I have to check that one. I haven't tried to do that yet. Okay, next picture. Because we have to get to needle binding at some point. But okay, now we're getting to the cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, there's a cat. See, I think we might have... Oops, I had to pause the thing, so it's going to take a second. I got to catch up to everybody else. There we go. Now we should be catching up. Okay, this one here. This thing, now look at the teeny tiny gun. If it was a little gun, I took a picture of it. This sign is bigger than the gun.
Yeah, but the thing on top is a hell of a lot more interesting.
Yeah, that one says Snap-on's revolver. I can read that, and it says England about 1660 to 1670.
It's a flintlock revolver.
Yeah?
I don't think I would fire this with my right hand. I think I would fire this with my left hand because I can afford to lose it.
Okay.
The thing with the flintlock revolver is that it is so incredibly prone to basically fire all 6 cylinders at once. You get a... I don't know the English term for it. It's called overtanning in Norwegian. So you basically over-ignition, directly translated. So instead of just firing the barrel that you're supposed to be firing, you fire the barrels next to it too, and then the other ones feel left out and they go off too.
Torben says, did you say strap-on revolver?
I really don't think that's what I said.
I don't know. That's what he thought you said, strap-on revolver.
Flintlock revolver.
I like the floating Carl going, I don't think that's what I said. Not for kids, says Nikki. And by the way, Nikki also says that Carla has some competition. Her cat is whining for water. Now, Carla keeps whining when she has water. That's a whole fist of nope. Chain fires galore.
Chain fire, yes,
chain
that's
fire
the
galore,
English word for it.
Not Carl. Karen had said it. I did maybe. Okay. The strap-on revolver. No, I like this little one at the bottom, and I gotta say, Reduceby's on my side here too. Let's put this down again. Okay, there we go. This teeny... Carl just goes sailing out of the background. This green screen thing on YouTube is fun. Okay, this teeny tiny revolver, and I see a shadow of my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, making tiny little weapons from the Derringer and down to these things
This is rimfire six-shot revolver, French, about 1900. Actually, I think I could read more.
Yeah.
Contained in its kid leather purse. Do they use like kid leather? That's kind of scary. Maybe kid as in a goat, because
Yes, it is
I'm
kid like
thinking
in
they're
a
using
goat.
little kids. Okay.
They're French, they're not cannibals.
This
Normally.
Velo dog vest pocket pistol was intended to drive off any dogs attacking cyclists.
Oh my god. It's the most French reason I've ever heard to make a gun.
It'd be like the Australians with a magpie shooter.
But on the positive side, the caliber on that thing has to be tiny as all hell.
Yeah.
I can't see this as a lethal weapon, but well, every weapon is lethal with enough creative evil.
Yeah.
But that one, I think,
Bend over, Carl, says Torben. Bang! Robert likes the top one. He thinks it looks insane. Yeah, you thought so too. Do you think I can borrow the bottom one for my steampunk outfit? No, I got a better one for you in here. We're getting into that area, I think, soon. Okay, this one I like. This is not steampunk at all. This one, mostly, I think I'd have another picture of the base of it, because all of that is tiny wooden inlays. But what is this thing?
oh, this is cool.
This is so cool. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't read the sign to the left
This
of it.
is wheel lock pistol.
Yeah.
I would say probably Arabic.
Probably, yeah. This is not in the World War display.
The big ball on the end of the handle there is so that when you have used the one shot that you get to use, because you don't have time to reload this in combat,
Yeah.
you can flip it around and use it as a mace. This one
Should have a better photo. Yeah, there it is. There you can
It's
see.
hard to say anything sensible about how old these things are,
Fuzzy.
because people in the Far and Middle East kept making them long after they were basically obsolete as weapon systems. But this is like a work of art too.
Yeah, but there you can see when you zoom in that little close up of the handle there. You can see it's wooden inlays.
Yep.
It's so cool. I mean, just the amount of work that would have gone into making that piece. But yeah, the mechanism was kind of cool. I can go back on that
The
one.
wheel lock works like the wheel on a lighter. Instead of the flint lock, where the flint hits a steel plate and kind of makes sparks that way.
Yeah.
This one has the flint resting on a spinning steel wheel.
Yeah.
And then when you pull the trigger, a spring gets the wheel to spin. And then the sparks go into the ignition pan.
Oh.
I've never tried either one, either flintlock or wheel lock, but I would think logically that wheel lock would be a little bit more likely to fire every time you pull the trigger than the flintlock.
I like
but
that you're
also
floating
slower
around
to
because
load.
I can't hold it still. Let's see. Max says, so Torben, since when did Oslo become more Denmark than Norway? Oh, I like the way they're picking fire here. Robert, I think the metal with the holes in it was just the stand. Everything was on. Oh, that could be. But there was some of the guns had metal holes in the actual gun metal. Torben said since they started talking bokmål, hence the term Danoman, because bokmål is closer to Danish than Nynorsk. Let's see, the muzzle flip on that must have been horrendous, says Robert. What do you think?
Yep, I believe so.
And Torben says a wizard's gun has a knob on the end.
That's kind of a funny thing, because growing up, I used to shoot a lot with my father's Mauser broom handle.
Yeah.
And it's 9mm parabellum, but on that one,
Sorry, here, you can talk.
the point of fire is like this in relation to your trigger. So your bullets come out here, and I pull the trigger here. So I'm used to the 9mm being a recoil like this for every shot.
Right, there you go. Okay.
And then I tried shooting with the Glock.
Yeah.
And it was like no recoil at all. I was wondering if I was shooting blanks. If it wasn't for the fact that I thought I was completely destroying my target, I would think I was using a toy.
Okay, this one on the screen. Hi, Carla. Okay. This one, there's a smaller gun, and then there's this big long baton that looks like an anal probe. And then, of course, there's the base of another baton here. The gun, I think it says gas revolver. Does that make sense?
No.
No, that might be something else. What does the other one say? Electric stun gun?
No.
That can't be right. Okay. Extending spring truncheon? No, that's the bottom one. Nope, I'm thinking gas revolver. This will hold something of mole gas, I think. I don't know, I can't read it. It's just
Theoretically, it could be a CO2 or something, but
yeah. I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
It's just a small
But it's-
revolver. It's not very big.
What's the headline? on-
Ivory, yeah, it looks like ivory. Something about after man beaten to death, but that's just an article that's putting up there. They didn't actually beat him to death. No, I can't really see what it is because the thing on the left says electric stun gun, and the one on the right says gas
because-
revolver. It's got to be one of the two, I would think, because the extending
It's
spring
probably a
truncheon
gas
is the one at the
revolver
bottom.
then. So it is like a CO2 revolver.
So how does a gas revolver work?
You have a cartridge of CO2. It's like an air pistol.
NSF warning, yeah.
This section seems to be
NSFW.
for, I hate the term non-lethal because all weapons are lethal if you use them correctly, but reduced lethality weapons. So police implements maybe.
Robert says flintlocks are just weird to fire. So much time delay between the trigger and get out of there, Carla. And so much time delay between the trigger pull and the gun actually firing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Redisby was asking ivory. It does kind of look like ivory, but I'm not sure. I think it's about 1900s. This thing said on the sign. Yeah, I can't read exactly where, but it actually almost looks like 1960. So that might. Let's see. There we go. Yep, and the Max comes up with the NSFW warning. Okay. There we go. Next one is this one. Let's see. Zooming in. It looks fairly like a fairly simple mechanism compared to others.
Yes, if you like spending an ungodly amount of time loading and unloading your gun, it's simple enough, I guess. This is one of the early revolvers where you kind of I don't think this is a cartridge revolver. I think this is a black powder revolver. But it is so hard to say because
It was cool that you can see the little chamber. You put the bullets in each one. And okay, let's see. Next one is. There we go.
hey, buddy, come on. Don't scratch
This one
the
looks like
couch.
spy.
The American goes nuts.
That is black powder, said Albert. Okay, now these ones. Here we can see air pistol. Both of them English. The one on the left, both of them are about 19. No, one on the left I think is 1950, and the one on the right actually I think it says 1950 as well.
Yeah.
The one on the left is the Gat. The one on the right is by Webley and Scott.
Yeah.
The one on the left says the delight of small boys. This was a cheap, fairly weak air pistol and requires no certificate if used carefully and safety. You'll poke your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out, I think is what they say. On,
Yeah, no, but the
Christmas
50s were different times.
Yep. I would, geez, they would not be wearing those not today. No, everything has to be like plastic and orange. But that thing looks...
Yeah, and if an English boy says the word pistol 3 times in a row, it will summon a police officer.
Jesus. The air pistol on the right would be used for serious competition, targets, and small vermin control. It is powerful, but below the limit, requiring a certificate. They just don't make toys the way they used to. Get kid gloves.
They do, they just don't call them toys.
Probably for the previous one, Robert says black powder, percussion cap revolver, Colt Walker, Dragon, I think. Audra is here from Lithuania. Hey, Audra! She's picking up silver rings. I have to show. Sexy Nalbinding thumb ring. Oh my God! Jay, when he was watching this was so funny. When Jay was watching it back and I was demonstrating needle binding and I just got this ring from Audra. And I said, "Oh, look how sexy my needle binding looks with this, or my null binding looks with this." And because I talk fast, unfortunately, Jay is pretty smart, and he has the captions up, or the automatic subtitles. Anyway, what did it said? Look how sexy my anal binding looks with this ring from Odra. That's a whole new null binding. Anyway, I sent that. We're laughing so hard, I think I spit out my coffee. Okay. Next one with oh wait, by the way, was there anything more? I have played with both of those when I was young, said Robert. Radisby says ivory on the decorated carved pistol with a ball at the end. I mean, that's what he was referring to back. The the ivory on that could have been ivory. Let's see, where's the picture of that?
Yeah, no, I probably was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Okay, yeah, here was a closer. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Let's see where we are now. Okay, the next photo is there. Little teeny tiny baby guns. I can't help it. They're so cute. I had to take pictures of them. AI cannot be trusted, says Nolby. Yeah, no. The AI is the one that wants to do the anal binding. What the hell is a beautiful anal binding with a sexy ring? Not for kids.
I wouldn't Google that if I were you, but I'm sure you'll get an answer.
No, they got me to Google something else I don't want to do anymore. This revolver looks more like white plastic to me. On the other one, the one with the... Okay. Anyway, Max says, I was thinking that maybe next month, maybe candy cane colors would be better. Well, we got one more month, so... I looked at the list. I'm running out. I've done every color of the rainbow, so... Oh, yeah, the color of the month for this one is white. Yeah, so including white and black. We did red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, white, black, and multicolored. So we are going to have to come up with something. Okay, so the upper left has like a little square barrel, 4 barrels into a square, and that's called the rimfire pistol. American, New York, about 1875, Remington Elliott Dillinger. This 5-shot, 32-inch...
Are you sure that was Dillinger and not Derringer?
Derringer. Let's go with Dillinger. But Derringer... Shut up. Okay, this 5-shot .32-inch revolver was cocked by pushing forward on the ring trigger and then pulling back on it to fire something. Barrel drops down. I can't read all of it because this thing's right in front of it. Okay, so it's not a Derringer. Okay, then the other ones, I think they're all rimfire pistols, actually.
Yeah, and I also suspect they're all Derringers.
You would be correct. It looks like it, actually, by the texts on here. The second one from the left is 1878. I can see the idea of Henry Derringer, who in 1825 produced a range of small frame, large cabbed, could that be caliber pistols?
Yeah.
Derringer, quote, has now become a common term.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to figure out the rest anyway.
Well,
but look at the one. I mean, one of them looks like it just has 1 barrel, and the other one is 2, and then there's 3, and then there's 4.
typically have 2. It's typically a fairly large caliber, and they are
We did brown, I think.
small enough to be hidden in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
One of your presidents got shot in the head by one. Do you know which one?
I wasn't paying attention. Lincoln?
Yep.
Yep. I think he's, yeah. But which one did you say you like the most out of all 3 of those?
Nah, I don't really like the Derringer because
If I was wearing a dress, I could strap this to my leg and no one would see it.
Yeah, and then you could shoot somebody who's basically standing on your toes to the cost of making your hand inoperable for about a day.
Okay, no.
They have no,
Not for kids, says Radisby.
they have no precision, so it's a very up close and personal weapon.
Yep.
And they are absolutely not designed to handle the recoil that they produce.
Okay.
So
Because they're so tiny.
yeah, that would be extremely unpleasant to shoot.
Let's see, I think here's another one. All right, now we're into Nikki's weapons for steampunk. These are going to make Carl cringe.
Yeah, this is stupid.
It's cool looking, though. Look how cool. See if I can zoom in on the text. The one is Nautilus crew submachine gun and Captain Nemo's pistol. The middle one is Colt. It looks like bun time, but that can't be right. Buntline special. Revolver .45 Colt and Hour of the Gun film poster. The bottom one I can't see because it wasn't in the picture. But I thought those looked really cool. So there you go. You could have the Nautilus crew submachine gun.
The one thing that I always seem to
Oh no,
forget.
that was the bottom one. Yeah, that one is the one in the middle is Captain Nemo's gun.
The one thing that always seems to forget when they make science fiction weapons is that you have to be able to sight the fucking thing.
See, Novia got it. Look how tiny.
Where is your sight line? What is your back sight and what's your front sight? It's the same
You just
thing.
follow that squiggly line.
It's the same thing with the goddamn phasers in Star Trek. Yes, it's a cool remote control, but it's not a gun. And also considering how often people dodge your beams, you have actually gone backwards in weapon development, you morons.
You don't like the cool guns?
No.
Oh, good. I got more fun stuff for you. Let's see. Okay, I liked guns that came in a box. So I took a lot of pictures of guns that fit in a box because I need boxes that are so compartmentalized that everything has its place. Would you like to tell us about this first one here?
Is it a Webley, maybe?
I have no idea what the heck it is, but it came in a box. Everything. Look, there's a little compartment for everything.
I'm tempted to say it's a Webley, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's is that the loading
Baby
pliers?
Carla. Cook out! Those look like Ghostbuster guns. Yeah, they did, actually. I would have loved to see those in there. Yeah,
Can you
the
zoom back?
buntline revolvers have all have really long barrels like that.
Can you zoom in on this thing a little bit?
Yeah, I can zoom in. Sorry, there you go. Let's look at that can opener in the middle there, but that's not what that is.
The long thing right under the trigger of the gun. I suspect that's pliers for basically molding bullets.
The one that's above the can opener
The
looking
thing
thing?
you're pointing at.
Oh, the can opener looking thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suspect that's the cast basically for making the bullets, but I'm not sure. If it is, then this is... Yeah, no, it's probably a percussion revolver.
Yeah. Then it's got the long stick at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. And coins, it looks like. How old is Carl anyway? 6.5, actually. Okay, let's see, because I liked guns with boxes. There's more of those. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, nope, this is a tiny gun first. More tiny guns. It's so tiny. It's coming up. There it is. This one I think we can actually read. I don't think it's a Webley.
Bolted PPK?
This one, as far as I can read, it says alligator, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. Aller glance or something. To the cause, Walter.
There is a symbol on that thing that we probably shouldn't show on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. Let's move that one anyway. But this type of pistol was, okay. But anyway, Germany introduced in 1938. You can't show that symbol on YouTube? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Okay.
People are dickish about it.
All right. Look, it's another gun in a box. Because it all has its own... It's a Walter PPK, says Albert. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so it's another pretty box, but this didn't get the green felt. All right. This one also has one of those little turn knob thingies. Door handle thingy. What is that? It's missing some pieces, though. There's some compartments.
Yeah.
So the can opener is not included in this gun. You're going to just have to
I
blow
think
the
it was
lid out.
supposed to have one. I think this is also a percussion black powder revolver.
So pistols at dawn?
No.
Allegiance to the cause. Okay, so it didn't look like alligator to the cause to me. It was allegiance to the cause. Says Robert, but actually, yeah, no, I think that was right. Max says, in my family, there's a tradition where we only adopt pets that are born female and desexed. I only had male cats, and I'm starting to see why. Okay. All right. Let's see. Tilt this down. It's kind of, there we go. Okay. Should be another box gun here. Yep. This one looks a little bit more modern. It also has one of those handle things.
Yeah, this is not
Doorknob
modern.
things.
This is not modern at all. It's old.
No, but it looks more modern than the other two.
It
But
might
that's just
be
'cause the
even
box.
older than the other ones.
Really? It looks like a lighter on the left with an inscription.
The big ball thingy.
Not the big ball thingy. The box on the left looks like a Zippo lighter with a an inscription on it. But what is that?
If I'm to take a wild stab in the dark, and I have to do that here because I can't see what's inside the box. But what I think you would find inside that box is the percussion caps for to load it.
And this one has the can opener in the middle.
Yeah, and again, I think this is to make the bullets.
Yeah, but what is the door handle thing you said? The one looks like the door handle that they took off the door?
That's for the gunpowder.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah. Okay, now I remember now. Yeah, those are black powders, says Albert. Yep, Carla, that's the powder flask. Everyone's agreeing with you. I'm just not paying attention. Boxes. See, Radispi's on my page. It's got a package. It's a box. I like it. I need it. I just want. I maybe take the gun out and use the compartment for something else. Oh, we did that one. Okay, more gun box, but this one looks like it has.
Did that? Was it? Oh.
There we go. Okay, this one looks like it has the space for all the bullets, though, so you don't have to actually use the gunpowder doorknob
This
thing.
one I think is younger. I think we are out of the
It
this
says
one.
Holland and Holland on the box.
This one I think actually has.
Center fire revolver.
Yeah, it has cartridges then. But
Even says Webley freeze or something pattern.
I'm guessing that's not this gun, but
British.
it is similar to how the Webley would look.
No, but it says Webley freeze pattern, I think, on the left there, but I can only barely see the display thing. Okay. So no doorknob gunpowder thing, but actual bullets, cartridges. Okay. The can opener, I think, is swaging tool to properly size the bullet. Ah, okay. That thing that I was, yeah. Okay, so that was another gun in a box. There we go. This is the one that's going to make Carl cry that I put on the cover. I'm sorry. We might need to see Carl's reaction when that sucker shows up. It'll be there in a moment.
Okay, what am I looking at?
What are you looking at? Let's zoom in.
I can't see it through my own head, woman.
You will when I move it. Here we go. All right, I'll put it down so you can see properly.
This is obviously a Vampire Hunter's
It's cool.
equipment. The pistol there is completely fine. There is nothing.
That's the ranged weapon that I used it for this. That's why I classified it
There
into
is
this.
not.
And it's in a box.
There is nothing wrong with that pistol. It's a pretty standard percussion pistol. It's just that in the box with your percussion pistol, you might want things like percussion caps, bullets, and a fucking charging handle instead of a crucifix.
But it's got a rosary in there and a tweezers and a little cloth of something, I don't know, and some ointments and some stakes and a mallet. And yeah. So that's what he thought that Tim might need. Tim's vampire hunting kit. Yeah, no, I thought this was cool. And it's in a box. Hey, anything in a box. It's a gun in a box. It fits in the category. All right, fine. But there was actually a display tag for this, I think, and I did have a picture of that. Maybe that's not the right picture. Actually, I'll see when it... No, that's not. Maybe. I can't read. To load more here. Sorry, there it is. Okay. No, we'll go back to that picture after, Carl. The player of flintlock pistols. There it is. Vampire killing kit. For centuries, people have tried to, quote, kill dead bodies suspected of being vampires. However, they used improvised weapons like spades and stakes, which do not survive today. Vampire killing kits like this box filled with antique objects were invented to fill that gap. They first appeared on film in Fright Night in 1985, late 20th century. Silver bullets. Yeah, there would be silver bullets in that gun.
That's for werewolves, woman.
Well, you never know. I thought it was cool. Ah, the dentist toolbox is in. Okay, we'll go back to the picture with the
Carla,
Carla. Let's see, it's after the
Carla, come.
this one. Yeah, this is the flintlock guns you wanted to look at. Okay, it's a little time delay here. I love the extreme close-up of my face. Okay, so this one I can actually read. Accessories for pistols. English, London, about 1830 by Purdy and Company. Purdy. Cased pistols were equipped with everything required to enable them to be cleaned and fired. Oh, that's the boxes right. I see there's a little hint of the box right next to it on the left there. So this would be one of those boxes. 1, a spare set of longer barrels for target use. 2, bullet mold for casting round lead balls. 3, copper powder flask which delivers a pre-measured charge. 4, punch for cutting wads to ensure a tight fit for the bullet. 5, storage pot for wads. 6, wrench for replacing percussion nipples followed by gunpowder. Sorry, I'm burping. 7, storage pot for spare nipples. This is a really interesting terminology. 8, muslin bullet bag, and 9, mallet for seating bullets in that barrel. In the barrel.
Okay, it's a little bit of a mix-up because you don't need percussion caps for flintlock. But I'm assuming that the text is about...
Yeah, but that's from the box. You can see there's like
Yeah.
a hint of a box there. So one of the boxes that we were looking at
Yeah.
with a green felt on it, I can see there as well. Carla,
She's
whining and drinking from
drinking
water.
and whining at the same time.
And then, of course, we have the pair of flintlock pistols by J. Manton, English, London, about 1804. Not all pistols were specifically made for dueling. Many, such as these, were good quality gentlemen's weapons. They would have been considered quite acceptable for use in a duel. So yeah, the box ones were dueling pistols, but these ones also would have worked. Okay, do you want to comment about the flintlock? Laugh out
No.
loud. Can you spare a nipple? No, yeah.
And these are pretty standard flintlocks, I think.
Yeah, but
Uh,
these would have been perfectly acceptable for a duel as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I like that. Can you spare a nipple? Okay, now we have to go. Okay, here's some folding ones. Let's see. It takes a little second there to catch up. There we are. Folding guns.
Yeah, it's...
Why?
No, it's a breech loader.
I'm sorry, Carla. The cat is stepping on the
So
computer.
instead of loading it through the barrel like a muzzle loader, you breech it and you load it through the breech. But I don't understand the cock on this looks so odd.
Okay,
It
that's
doesn't.
what she said.
It isn't flintlock, or if it is flintlock, it's flintlock that works in reverse and there is missing pieces. I don't understand how it works.
How about the top one?
Same problem there.
All right.
If anybody has an idea, I'm...
Looks like Damascus barrels. They're pretty, very pretty flintlocks. So that was on the previous one. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The metal was a little different.
Hey, buddy.
Let's see.
Stay.
Okay. Next one would be this one. I think I chose this one because it's disassembled. Let's see, there we go. I've got the thing put down there. Mass production. The early years of the 19th century heralded a period of unprecedented industrial development. Technology leaped ahead in every manner of industrial process, and nowhere was it more warmly embraced than in weapons manufacture. Always a labor-intensive industry, the production of firearms by the early 1850s had become something largely mechanized.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I suppose, war, for war efforts. But there you can see all the different pieces.
Well,
components?
the world is mostly peaceful from about 1814 to 1850.
And this is the early years of 19th century, yeah.
But
By the early 1850s had become, yeah. But yeah, you could see. So you'd have to you'd take all this apart and clean it, and can you do it blindfolded?
this is not the type of gun that you normally have to field strip.
Okay.
But being able to take the at least strip the mechanism of your primary weapon in war is
Yeah.
it's a good skill to have. I think most infantrymen would have it.
Cat. Is she gonna be there? Hi, Carla. Oh no. Trying to go for the ghost cat, but it's not working.
Oh, you get ghost cat.
Ghost cat. All right, so much for ghost cat. All right, okay. Next picture. I think I only chose like 38, so there's not that many. Did we show you this one? I don't know if you saw that one. The one
Well, I just talked about it, but we didn't.
with the cover. No, I mean the picture of it.
Yeah, no, we
I
haven't
don't know if
seen
we
this
showed
one
this
before.
one. Okay, let's see. I'll put this back down then, and then we'll zoom in as Carl looks floatingly confused.
That
Okay.
is the Mauser broom handle. Another German.
I was wondering what that thing is. It a case? Oh, it is a case. There's a hinge on it.
It's
I
a
didn't notice it
case,
the
but
first
it's
time.
also a stock. At
Really?
the end of the case is made out of wood,
Yeah.
and at the end of the case you have a lock that fits into the back of the gun. So you can turn your fairly large 9mm pistol into a fairly small 9mm carbine.
Huh. It's got such a boxy front of it.
It is kind of an interesting design because the
something
magazine
like
is
James
not
Bond.
it's not detachable.
Yeah.
You pull the sluttstykke in Norwegian, but you pull the
end stick?
breech back,
Okay.
and then you have what looks like kind of like a railroad track that you put into the top of the gun, and then you push in the bullets one by one. It is a little bit time consuming to load, but compared to many of the other ones we've seen, it's not a problem at all. And it is very, very precise. It's almost like a competition weapon.
Huh.
But it is
It's stripper clipped figured.
stripper clip, yeah. That's
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I have any more. I think I only chose like 30.
That's the one I was talking about, where you feel the whole recoil of your 9mm bullets because you are holding it so far down compared to where the barrel is.
Okay, so this one, it's so tiny. This was the smallest weapon that I'd seen. We're gonna catch up. It looks like it's
You can't possibly be
There it
talking
is.
about the Mauser anymore. No.
no, this
gladly.
teeny tiny one. This is tiny.
Yeah.
Just the box of it looks like a peppermint size. You know, one of those peppermint boxes.
Yeah.
It said cased rimfire revolver, Smith & Wesson No. 1, American Springfield, about 1863. One of the earliest cartridge revolvers made. These .22 caliber tip-up models sold in large numbers. The presentation box is a rare example of gutta percha, a very early type of plastic. Oh,
If it is 22 caliber, it can't be that small.
stripper clip loading system was what Robert was saying. No, it was well, look how big it is compared to the sign.
Yeah, no, it looks tiny.
Because there
but-
was a pistol to the left of it, but I zoomed. It got cut out when I zoomed in, trying to
But
make
both
this
me,
little
you,
tiny
and
thing.
Alex know exactly how big a 22 caliber is, right?
Maybe.
So
But it literally
This-
looks like the size of a peppermint box, slightly bigger, like for little peppermints. That would fit in your purse quite nicely.
But when you shoot somebody, you want to cause a larger effect than mild annoyance.
Well, this would be like getting stung by a mosquito. I'm sure it would be very painful. The box is quite cool. Pretty pirate gun. Ah, I like that. Yeah, it's a pirate gun. You can fit that in your garter belt. Maybe a female pirate. For some reason, it looks like something from the Wild Wild West. Oh, there were pictures from the Wild Wild West. But most of it, I don't think I had those in here. I was running out of time. Did we do these really long ones? I don't know if we showed this one.
These really long ones.
Yeah. see.
Dying to see what this is.
Sorry, it's trying to catch up. There it is. I don't know if we did these guns. I don't think we did, no. That looks like more, is that flintlock up at the top there? Carla.
Top, I'm not sure. The rifle is at least flintlock. To the extent that it is a rifle, and I suspect it is. It could also obviously be a round-bore musket, but
Can't see quite the pictures on those. Let's see. Albert said it's a few centuries after pirates. Oh, come on. We can still be. No, there's pirates exist today. They might be using something a little bit more ferocious than that little teeny tiny pea shooter. I think, did we do these? I'm looking at the pictures now that weren't loaded to see. I don't think we looked at these, no. All right, what exactly? Well, the one looks like it's got a ski on the back end of it, but
I think you are looking at the early evolution of the cannon, the hand cannons.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be. Look at how big that thing is in the guy in the background there. That
Yeah, these
sounded
are
bad.
hand cannons.
But yeah.
I had trouble seeing the foreground because I was looking at the picture in the background, but the things that are in the foreground that
Yeah.
are very obvious when you're actually looking at it live instead of at the picture.
Oh yeah, it does. It says in the bottom, early handgun.
These are hand cannons or
Yeah.
hand guns. Basically, the first guns were just cannons small enough that you could carry them.
Yeah. This one in the middle here, the top one almost looks like a ski. Going off to the left there. Maybe that's just the holder. She's calling for Carl again, the cat. Are muskets the same as flintlock guns? That's actually a really good question. I don't know that either.
It's kind of, generally speaking, a musket is round bore. So a musket is normally flintlock, but theoretically it could be whatever. The musket, as opposed to the rifle, a musket would have the inside of the barrel would be basically clean and round.
Yeah.
And on a rifle, you would have rifle links, which means that you kind of have a pattern that goes like this on the inside of the barrel. Because you want to impart spin on the projectile, so it is more resistant to wind and atmospheric changes. So you get more precision at longer ranges.
Match-fired arquebus, if I'm saying that right. Arquebus?
Matchlock is the mechanism you would use on this. So it's basically, as I said, just like a cannon. You have a match, and you just light it.
Ah, I think I actually did save a picture from a previous one. Let me see if I can find it. No, I chose not to upload it, but there was one that we were looking at a couple of weeks ago that had a big long thread on it. But hey, I got actually progress pictures of something else that's completely unrelated. Look at what the damn cats did to my couch. This is why we have so many blankets on the couch. This is actually done about 6 years ago, maybe.
So Carla is completely innocent.
No, this is fuzzy because then I don't know if you can kind of see the impression there. I've actually nailed cardboard on top of it until I could get around to fixing it. So I've been wanting to fix this for the longest time, and I finally, well, I can't make anything more from the shop. I'm going to start earning too much money soon. So, and then the taxes it's easier to just wait till the end of next year. So I've started working on home projects, and this is one of them. So I've decided there's no way I can fix this where it isn't going to be visible. So if we're going to make it visible, let's make it really visible. There, it should be coming up. There it goes. So what do you think? That is tapestry thread anyway. That's gone. I basically I think it's done in 3 or 4 parts. The bottom, there's like a little section at the bottom. There's a section at the top where it looks like it's starting to go crooked, and Oh, there I got some hearts from it. So there you go. Not gun related at all, but I actually really like the fix of the couch. However, it now has cardboard put back over it again because we have 2 scratchers in the house now. But
3.
3. Well, or Zilly doesn't really scratch the couch. He likes to scratch the wood, but the other 2 like to scratch
but
the
it's
couch.
still a scratcher.
Yeah. So now I have now there's cardboard back on it again and hammered into place there so that they can't scratch it anymore. But I suspect the other corner of the couch has the same problem. But let me tell you how much that hurt. I mean, you can't exactly lift the whole damn couch up or sideways with Carl sitting on it. So I had to sit on the floor and do that. Give myself heartburn. Should have waited a little longer after I ate. Maybe you can find some...
You know that I move when instructed to move, right?
Not really, no. I've been asking you little things like, Carl, could you do the dishes? Carl, could you empty the kitty litter box? Carl, could you empty the other kitty litter box? Carl, could you please reach that thing from the top shelf? Carl, could you help me cut vegetables? And Carl's like,
do all of
Carl,
these
can you
things."
light a fire? And he's like, Carl, 4 or 5 times later, Carl, how loud are your headphones? I can hear you, woman. You prick. Yeah, but the patches were kind of fun, so I don't know if you can see it now but now it looks like, no, you can't. I have to take off the green screen somehow. Let's see, how do I do that? Done. No. Nope,
But
that
my
wasn't
point is that if I knew that you wanted to flip the couch around, I could
No,
move
that would have
over
been
there.
Yeah,
It
but it's a
would be
corner.
Very simple.
It's a corner couch, so it would have to have been split apart and then done in 2
So
sections.
maybe the problem wasn't me after all.
It was definitely. Listen to him. Okay, there. Now I figured out how to turn off the green screen. So that's what it looks like now. It's just got a piece of cardboard on it, so they can't scratch it anymore, and then it gets a blanket back on top of it again. But anyway, that was my cool fix. I don't know if I don't actually. I wonder if I had any other little photos on the phone here while I'm at it. Green screen again. I just really, because I take pictures of my projects and I put them on the phone so I can remember what in the hell I did. Cat diplomacy. There's 2 cats. Oh, I have to put it this way so you can see. 2 cats sitting by the fire, getting cozy. There's one on the left there. 3rd cat's nowhere to be seen. Princess has a fur. The other one's sitting on the bare, cold floor. I'm afraid it's going to have to leave to work, says Robert. I'll catch up with the rest of the stream later. Good night, all. Actually, we're down to about the needle binding part anyway. So, let's see. My family. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. There were some things up here. Maybe you could, Maxis. Maybe you can find some coping mechanism for Carla when she's in heat, like giving her some cat toys and stuff like that. We have cat toys that my cats thoroughly ignore, but she seemed to pick up on that. Sorry, we're doing some flashing thing here with my arm in the background.
She's playing with the fish thing from time to time. But
Yeah.
it's kind of, she has to come to it herself. If we try to get her to play with the fish thing, she is going, no, not falling for that one.
This is why I always take pictures of the plaque of the items too when I go to the museums. Laugh out loud. In some cases I do, like the vampire one was pretty funny, but the other ones is so many pictures, and if I load too many pictures onto this thing, it'll crash. We found that out last time too. But it is kind of fun to see how much Carl can remember. But the Royal Armouries does have you can look them up. We actually had a book here from the Royal Armouries. Maybe you can find some of them in there. This one, Leeds Souvenir Guide.
And there is the
see, while we're
really
staring
cool
at the
stuff
cat.
is in this one.
My family usually declaw cats to protect furniture from damage to keep younger children, particularly infants, toddlers, and other children from getting injured and exposed to any illnesses from it. Says Max, they do that in the United States too. You cannot do that here. It's illegal to declaw cats, I think. I don't think it even exists here.
I don't think it is illegal, but it's frowned upon.
It's very frowned upon, yeah.
And also the cats need to be able to climb and shit. And I become so fucking helpless when you take that away from them.
Let's see. Declawing animals aren't allowed in a lot of places for reasons, though. Yeah, and then Radisby says, yeah, because Radisby's in Sweden, it's not allowed in Sweden either. Okay, but we should do some Fåberg stitching here. Do you want to show that book, Rook? I'll turn off the green screen thing here. There we go. And then see if we can focus on what Carl's looking at here. There we go. Did you find anything more in that book? Sorry, I'm trying to turn it so that it... Ah! And it goes nuts. Sorry, the green screen didn't like that. Try again. Oh, that's the top up. See if you find anything in there that's worth mentioning.
It is all worth mentioning.
No,
It's
no, I mean,
not
that
like-
recovers what we did today, by the way. Let's see. And I'll see if I can get some Fåberg stitch going. Let's just look at this beautiful picture of my couch for a second. No, it won't stay. As soon as I get up, the whole thing falls, and I have to get a needle. I somehow stupidly forgot to get a needle. Is there one under here? No. Let's demonstrate needle binding without a needle. I am an idiot. Okay, I have a crappy needle. We can try this. All right. Trying to find a simple background to show. I'm sitting on Carl's phone. That is an interesting thing. Okay. So, off-white yarn I'm going to have to use. I have some off-white yarn. I'm hoping this thing doesn't stir some more. It's hard to balance this. But this is way too thin. She's doing the gurgling thing. This is way too thin for the Fåberg stitch without needle tensioning. So, oh my God, Carla. No, you have got to get her to the vet and deal with that. Set your alarm, whatever you have to do. This is a really nice yarn from my mom, Barocco Folio. Superfine alpaca, 65% and 35% rayon. And there we go again. Sorry, the gimbal does not like this position that I'm in. Let's see. Try that way. Will it work? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't help that the microphone is pulling it down. Let's see. Maybe I can clip it like that. And then point it downward. No, it doesn't like that. Having technical issues with my, fuck's sake. The battery thing is coming off of it, the receiver. Let's see. One more time. Otherwise, Carl's going to have to film me. Okay. Try again. All right. But yes, it's super thin, so I'm going to have to go at least double. Fåberg stitch is like the opposite of Mommen, if you can call it that. It's 2 plus 1. Finnish 2 plus 1. Instead of doing 1 loop on your thumb and 2 behind, you are going 2 loops on your thumb and 1 behind. And there was an interesting story about this. Patricia was, one of the Facebook groups, was getting frustrated because she was told that this was called the father stitch. And I and myself and nobody else had heard of the father stitch, but this is something that was taught to her by somebody else. So this is where I kind of get the idea that, let's see, actually we could go this way. If you, Fåberg is F-A with a circle over it, B-E-R-G. And if you don't know how that A is pronounced, A with a circle over, you would call it Fåberg. And if you said Fåberg really fast, in English, Fåberg, or American dialect, or actually she's British, it would sound a bit like father, but it's actually A with a circle over is pronounced Fåberg. So for here I need to get 3 loops on my thumb. Let's see, there's 1, 2, and 1 more. Look how sexy my anal binding looks in this. Okay, I did double it up, so this is actually 1 loop, 2 loop, 3 loop, because my yarn is too thin. So this one you keep 2 on your thumb though at all times, and you do 1 from behind there. So you take 1 going away from you, turn, and then go forward underneath the 2 on your thumb and the leader yarn. That is it. This is a pretty easy stitch to do for those of you who are used to Mommen, and I threaded my needle here. There we go. For those of you who are used to doing Mommen or Oslo, for example, doesn't matter how you join it with F1, F2. Mommen, on the other hand, has to be F2. Corrigan has F1, but otherwise same stitch. So there you go. 2 on the thumb, 1 behind. So you go 1 away and go under the 2 on your thumb. Sorry, hold it in front of the camera. It's a little tricky when working with a double thread, by the way. Because you got to remember which one is the loops, but it'll be a little bit easier when the next row is done on. So it looks like I'm doing 4 here, but yeah. So that's one loop. That's one loop. They're 2 different, stay together. This is one loop, this is one loop, this is one loop. But I'm working with the double thread quite intentionally. Like I said, it'll make it a bit thicker. But it also does have a kind of nice light look to it too. Let's see if I can get the whole row done here. That's a good girl. She's scratching the rug. One of those that are really good for wiping your shoes off on. I feel like I lost a loop here. There it is. Okay, so one behind. Turn and go forward. This is a tapestry weaving needle, by the way, which is why it's a little too pointed. But they are from Søstrene Grene, which is a Danish store that shows up all over Scandinavia, at least. And they had them for like 12 kroner, and you get this one and a larger one. That was a couple of years ago, so maybe it's 20 kroner now. If they still have them anyway, but it worked in a... I bought them to see how they do, and then I use them for students every once in a while in the village. But that is Fåberg. So now how does this look in comparison to Mommen? It's not really a fair gauge though, because this is double thread and the other one I did is a 2-ply. So you get a couple more done here. And I think I'm losing a little order here because I can't see, or I'm holding a camera. I'm hugging a camera while doing this. Okay, that'll do. I'll pull the end one long. And then pull it tug. Just tug it so everything, pull it taut so that everything, all the loops go together. And you can see it looks kind of similar. That's the right side. That's the technical wrong side. But we'll see as we go on this month as to how different it'll look. But this is Mommen. F2 as well, by the way. And this is Fåberg. So the difference is this one has 2 loops behind your... Oh, there we go. 2 loops behind your thumb on the orange one. Is it working now, or is it still saying that my orientation is locked? Okay. This one has 2 loops behind the thumb and 1 loop on the thumb. This one has 1 loop behind the thumb and 2 loops on the thumb. So it should be easy enough to try. You can also see when you have the 2 threads together like that, it looks so nice and light. But it'll be interesting to see how this works. I'm also supposed to have some yarn ready for my stash busting, which I didn't do because I was too busy reformatting pictures. Let's see. Okay, this fucking gimbal battery. Not for kids. I was supposed to have stash busting ready. So if you're going to start stash busting, technically that started yesterday. And with Karl, because Karl doesn't have yarn, he's going to have to stash bust orcs. And Torben's been doing really well with stash busting his Warhammers. So what's wrong with you? Why are you so broken?
You know what I do all day, woman.
Yeah? What do you do all day?
From your perspective, what do I do all
I can't put
day?
this down. From your my perspective, you sit and stare at your phone all day. No?
I might have to strangle you afterwards.
Did you do the dishes?
Today?
And did you empty the kitty litter
Since
box?
I came in the door, woman, it has been charge this, move that, go over there, go over here, clear the couch, control the cat, YouTube in 6 minutes, don't disturb me, control the cat.
No, that's actually when he first got home. I think you had to deal with the cat. Did you put the milk in the fridge? I asked you to do it.
Yes, You gave me 7 instructions at once and I did
because then you
6 of
sat
them.
on the couch and I was still editing your damn photos, and then you're gonna lose that glass, by the way, the wobble glass. This is what that looked like. So the base of it is wobbly. Yeah. But it was on the edge of the table, so I'm moving it in. No, but I did make you deal with the couch so that it didn't look like all those blankets over there are usually on the couch. Okay, I'm getting in trouble. Let's read up a bit here. Back to the flintlock, declawing cats.
Kalla. Smile.
We're not going to debate the declawing thing. Okay. How was Halloween yesterday? Well, we were very lucky that nobody came by because we forgot candy. We had the day off yesterday and the day before. And in Gudvangen, if you have days off, that means you might not be shopping for groceries for the... It's a 40-minute walk down to the grocery store. And then everybody else that's in the village was working yesterday, so... No, but anyway, we could have either had somebody try to bring us candy back, but it gets dark at like 3:30 now in the afternoon. But there's only 2 kids in the entire neighborhood, and their brother and sister.
Yeah, no. I think they have enough family members to go and trick and treat.
Yeah, which we work with her, and so we work with their parents, both Fjaller and Marie as their parents anyway. Oh, but yeah, Lamdota, no, so there's a 3rd child in the area anyway.
Yep.
But no, and one of them, Liga, she had said, I was actually thinking about going to your house, but then it was dark. And I'm like, I said, if she came to the door, we would have had to write out an IOU because we didn't have any candy at home. So we actually got away with that one.
It's silly.
But yeah, so Halloween here basically means Runa has a birthday. Let's see. Okay, and then there's some more. What did you, well, we dressed up as Vikings for Halloween.
No, I was a Teletubby all day.
You got picked up by women today. It was like reverse hitchhiking. We were...
Oh, yeah, that was stupid. We are walking, mind you, walking from the shop to the gas station. It's what, like...
Across the parking lot.
40 meters?
Yep.
We're walking across the parking lot, and there's some girls, young...
maybe 20s.
Yeah, fairly attractive girls that are standing by the road. And then one of them turns over and walks up to us and goes...
And I thought they were going to say, can we take your photo? Because Viking.
Are you going to Flom or Ireland? And Karin goes, no, we're going to the gas station. And I go, okay. And then they go back to the road. And it's like, are you seriously trying to hitchhike with pedestrians?
Get on,
That might have been
let her get on your back.
That might have been kind of dumb, I think.
Oh, but they got a ride real quick. By the time we got in the door at the gas station, somebody had stopped to pick them up.
Yep. As I said, they were pretty attractive girls.
So, speaking of hitchhiking not being a good idea, Max says, I dressed up as Jeff the Killer, and I'm just going to, let's just say that the Joker's half cousin or half sibling. Yeah, I was talking, because hitchhiker, if you're going to hitchhike, you're going to get killed. It's a given. I've seen all the movies. No, I don't think that's a good idea, but they are a little bit more lax around that in Europe compared to United States.
No, it's like... I would say the bus is safer, but the margins are small.
I think they just get borderline desperate because there's only 2 buses going that way during the entire day, and now you're in the off season. So
no, but generally speaking, for all of Scandinavia, we have like 2 serial killers, and they both live in Sweden.
So Radisby, what's your real? No, I know who Radisby is. He said we dress up on Easter here traditionally. You have the carnival, which is just before Easter too, in February. Isn't it? Carnival? Isn't that in February or maybe January? But they get dressed up for carnival. That's when you have fastelavns also. In February. Fastelavns wreaths and with the feathers and...
Yeah, but that's not
it's
something...
bigger in Sweden than it is in Norway, but they have it in Norway
It's not something
too.
we do at all.
No, I saw it a lot in
If
Sweden.
we do it, it's something we have started doing in the last few years. Don't think so.
That hair you have, the hair art you have, Karen, looks cool. Is it antique or a new one? This is an antique one. I was showing this when Carl went out. I've showed it a couple of times on YouTube anyway.
Go out again.
Time to go out again.
So you can show up your family's pubes.
No, I can see if I can turn it. My family's pubes. It's longer than how the hell long do you... You're sick. I don't like him anymore. Somebody take him off my hands. Okay. Let's see if I hold it up this way. Maybe we can see it a little bit better. Where it is, there you go. You can see it looks like it's wrapped around a wire a little bit. Kind of like nuperella in Norwegian, or tatting. But maybe you can see it a little bit there. So at first I thought they had stitched this all together, but actually I think there's a wire holding him in place because it looks like a knot, or yeah, there it goes. It looks like, let's see if I can find a better example of it where it focuses. It almost looks like they twisted the wire around the hair. You know, they would like twist the wire, pull up a loop, twist a wire, pull up a loop. Maybe if I go a little slower, see if I can find one place where it focuses. There, you can kind of see the wire thing. So I wonder if that's how they did it, but this thing is flipping cool. So when I had to, scam clip Carl, or shame clip him because he didn't comb the back of his head, I did keep some of it because it was probably about as long as the frame actually. So I might be able to do something with it. And he's got some cool hair color, so we'll just have the hair of Carl. But this is really cool, but equally as cool is the back. It's all written in Norwegian though. That was like, but there you can see dette er hår av fru Johanne Sørensen, and it says død 1926. Født 1872 og død 1952. Fru Matilda Halvorsen, and then so this is the hair of Fru Johanna Sørensen and Matilda Halvorsen, and then here the hair flowers, hårblomster, are made circa 1882 of mother and daughter, mor og datter. Johanna Sørensen, who was born in 1846 and died in 1926. And Matilda Halvorsen is the daughter, born in 1872 and died in 1952. Matilda and Karl Halvorsen's daughter, Ingrid Bium, owned this from her father's death. Basically, it means she inherited it in 1955. And on her death, until her death in 1871. And then her son, Eugen Bium, which is my kid's great-grandfather, owned it from 1971 until he died in 1984. And then Ingrid Bium, which was his wife, was after her husband's death. She inherited it in 1954, and then I got it about 2000 and somewhere around 2014, I want to say, is when I'd gotten it. But this is my ex's family, actually. We were separated in 2011. But yeah, it's from his family, but this kind of thing means a bit more to me than him. And for me, basically, I'm just hanging on to it until my girls can have it. But it's really quite cool. I think it's necessary to keep... Oh, yeah, no, I'm in the wrong part here. I got to scroll down. Let's see. We'll put it like that, maybe, and you can stare at it for a second while I catch up on chat. If we don't have the gimbal doing a shadow thing. There. Hair was used a lot back in the day for accessory and art. Oh yeah, I guess you could take old hair and make hair clips. If you want to have extensions, that's one way to do it. Fåberg is like also, but a younger sibling of it. I like the way that Max says that. Carl, how big is your army now? Says Torben.
If you count everything that isn't put together and painted, it's probably about 3,000 points.
Rayon and viscose are basically like the same thing, says Ready Speak. Actually, I think you're right. Let me see what that said. 65% superfine alpaca and 35% rayon. Yeah, because rayon is a plastic and so is viscose. So yeah, I think you're right.
Carla.
Okay. Let's turn this around again. We should... How big did you say your army was? Because we reorganized the shelf. Actually, I should turn this around. That's what we were doing also yesterday on our day off. trying to organize the shelf. So he's got Warhammer up there. There's arts and crafts. That's me. And then you've got games, something called Twilight 2000. Then you have, what the heck do you have up there? Oh, I love that one too. De bestas mikroskop aktas. It's just what is it, the best microscope? Be careful, it's Swedish.
The best is the Norwegian version of Reader's Digest.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, your father bought you that when you were a kid.
Yeah, well, he bought
And then
it
there's the
to
books.
himself before I was born, and then he gave it to me when I was showing interest in science.
Then you got the Warhammer books. He's got core books for people he doesn't even carry. And then you've got different Warhammer. What's Warhammer 40k, and there's one Warhammer Glory, something? Wrath Glory.
I think Glory is the role-playing game.
Then you've got the cards for Warhammer. And then you've got something called White Wolf. And this is my favorite. Oh yeah, Werewolf. 2 of the exact same book. This does not happen in one. You have this happen quite a bit. You had 2 of the same RuneQuest books, then you gave one away. Yeah, here's another one. 2 of the exact same book, because you don't have to put them away so you see what you have. Otherwise.
No, and I learned when I started to get so much that I didn't have overview anymore. I started just taking a picture of the bookshelf and then double checking that it
Much
wasn't
easier,
already
yeah.
on the shelf when I was buying new books.
Yeah, then we got some games, and then you got some Viking books over there too. But yeah. Did you want to? Actually, we can show one more cool thing, and then we gotta go. I forgot about this, but now that I see it. Speaking of old things, this box was something your father gave you.
Yeah.
And your father is about the same age as basically my kid's grandmother when she died.
Well, the box in itself
The
is...
box in itself is really cool. Let's see if it shows up. It's the little teeny tiny inlays. It's so tiny. No, but this is, we figured out it's Moroccan? Or
It's
Persia? Persia.
probably Persian, because
Yeah.
the woman who gave it to him was living in Persia at the time.
But I don't know if you can see, if I hold it really still instead of jiggling it around, maybe it'll zoom in. But those are little teeny tiny inlays. Okay, and the stuff you had in it. Let's see.
Yeah, there is a
camera
lot
doesn't want to
of
bend.
coins from the late 70s from different countries in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But the really interesting thing is what's in this.
Carla.
I have to get these authenticated because if they are real, they might be worth a little bit.
Yeah, these were cool. What do you think? What is that?
It's a Roman coin,
Yeah.
if it is real.
If it's real. We did do some Googling on this, by the way, image searching to find out. And that sand on there, that looks like it's covered in sand, is actually a common thing.
And there are more of them.
Yeah. We'll put them out here so we can see here, because the camera wants to. Here, put them further over so the light hits. They're really cool. I'm hoping that my gimbal wants to fall, but let's see, maybe if I tilt the gimbal down. There we go. Let's see. Pretty much all of the SEN last names were very common, yeah. It would be Halvor's son would be like Halvor's son, or Halvor's daughter. Halvor's daughter is Halvor's daughter, yeah. You know anything else you want to throw in that show from that box before we go? Whoop. There was a really cool ring that I actually showed Roger. Let's see. The gimbal does not like being bent like that. This one we tried to... This is a stone. Is it a garnet? But they're saying...
I believe, but
yeah,
I'm
that
not
was it.
sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because Roger, I want to say Roger. Roger knew about this one. It's... they do engraving right on the stone, and for some reason I can't show it. There, maybe you can kind of see it there. A lot of dirt under my fingernails too, but we don't know what it says. But let's see if it... You can tell I've been working with dirt today. Anyway, it was quite cool, this little teeny tiny ring. And also it looks like it'd be a pinky ring. But, I mean, I have some fat fingers, but seriously. Anyway, that was quite cool. But yeah, he found this little box of treasure. And the box itself was quite a treasure. But actually, there was like a little note in there from your father's cousin.
Yeah. Well, there are notes in all these little paper bags. These are more modern coins.
Yeah.
But they have notes like
But it was something that it referred to the box and the box and the ring being a gift.
this one just says Morocco.
Oh yeah, I was talking about this one though. This one, yeah, just says about where the coins are from. Probably, but no, there was one in there that said something about happy wedding, your father's wedding. When did your father get married? Your father and mother?
In the summer of '75, but
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact date off the top of my head.
No, but considering you were born in '75, it might have been a shotgun wedding that lasted forever, by the way, which is really great. But there's also a letter in there somewhere around the same time that it looks like this was a wedding present, and the ring was a wedding present from a family member. So that's a real neat treasure. You should take care of that. Let's see. Albert says, I have a 2,800 point knights in the box, still about 3,000 in BA and 4,000 K orcs. And I don't know for sure, but that is what I remember. Roger says, I have a Norwegian friend in the U.S. with that last name, and I was wondering if it's a rare name. Halverson? No, that's actually quite common. We have a lot of them in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But Byom, B-Y-O-M, my last name, which is my married last name, is my ex's last name anyway. That's fairly uncommon.
Yeah.
But there might be more Byoms in the United States than there are in Norway.
No, then I've mentioned this before. The way people in Norway got their last names is when they started having censuses. They kind of had to have a way of keeping track of people independent of where they lived.
Yeah.
So the people who had the farm generally just used the last name as the name of the farm.
Yeah.
So my name Årdal, for instance, is because my family or the people I'm descended from
It's from
had
Årdal.
the farm called Årdalen in
Yeah.
Selje at that time.
And now it's actually a little township called Årdal.
Yeah, but that's non-related because
yeah.
it just means either the valley with all the ore trees in it or the valley with a little river in it. So you will find Årdal and Myklebust all over Norway. It's not uncommon for a small place to be called that.
Yeah. No, I have
It's
Byom, which
like,
means of the city.
It's like you Americans have, I think it was 16 places called Sugarloaf Mountain,
Oh, that sounds familiar.
spread all over America.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm sorry, I gotta read Tormund's comment. So I've spent the last week waiting for my flayed ones, and now I have tried to glue them. I hate them. He's talking about his Warhammer. But yeah, anyway, we are running out of battery, so we should get going. And Carla probably needs some serious petting. And Carl's not getting any fatter here, so I should probably feed him. Did you do the dishes, Carl?
when in the name of all that is unholy would I have time to do the dishes?
Whenever I have time to cook your dinner, we're going to have tikka masala turkey instead of tikka masala chicken today. Tikka masala turkey. Anyway, we gotta go. But stash busting. Yes, I have to pull out a certain amount of yarn, which now I should probably dedicate this to it. And I have to challenge myself onto how much I think I'm going to use. So I can put this in a basket, weigh the yarn, just the yarn, not the basket. And that is how much, what is this? So maybe if it's 400 grams, although that's not very much. I have to go bigger than 400 grams, don't you think? I lose every year at this. Anyway,
Yes, you
you gauge how much you bet how much you think you're going to use by the end of the year. And so I'm not going to wage this yarn because I learned the hard way 2 years ago. Don't use thin yarn. There's a lot of meters. A lot of yardage in this, so I'm going
And
to have to
since we
stick with thick
already
yarn.
know that you're going to lose, why don't we just go 16 tons?
No, but I will get a basket and I will get it ready, but I didn't have enough time. I was playing with the pictures before. Oops, I got it stuck on... I was
Carla, what are you doing?
playing with the pictures before. Okay, this is wedged. Anyway, I think we gotta go. It's like the long Minnesota goodbye. All right, but anyway, see you next week. Hopefully we'll be on time next week. I don't know, we're still doing pictures. We have at least we have to break up the armor into 2 categories, I think. There's too many pictures. So
Yeah.
I think one is going to be metal armor and cloth armor. Sound about right?
Yeah,
cloth armor
I
is- what the
don't think I have anything to say about the cloth armor because all of that is from the Asian section.
I know, but there was such cool stuff. But you have some time, you can read up on it.
I haven't pissed on anybody today, so let me piss on the Asians.
I'm sorry.
They
I'm
have
sorry.
done,
You can look at him now.
when it comes to military history, they've done two things that are vaguely interesting, and the rest is just, why?
It's so cool, though. I mean, the time that goes into making those things.
Yes, but why would you make a broadsword with a little antenna on the end just to make it difficult to use?
Because it's cool.
They have the kukri and the kris. That's it. And notice I'm not mentioning the bloody katana.
Oh, those are cool, too. But I didn't take pictures of their weapons, really. Well, we already did that with the melee weapons. No,
The katana is just a less user-friendly version of the scimitar.
I'll give you a sneak peek of the cool stuff. Let's see. Green screen. Oh, there's some hissing going on over there.
Oh, Kalle has gotten the high ground on
see,
Fuzzy
you have to go
and
way
is
back.
driving him into exile.
Okay. Look at the textile. Let's see if I move this out of the way. This is why the cloth stuff is really cool. It's looking like a green screen and it's not showing anything. No, it should be showing something. Nope, there it goes. Look at all that detail. That's a mitten, by the way. So this is why cloth armor is cool too. All right, let's see if you're metal armor. So next week we'll go metal armor, and then the last week, which will be in 2 weeks, a week after next, we'll do the cloth armor. And then I think we'll have pretty much extinguished all the pictures from the Royal Armouries.
This looks
It
really
looks
cool.
so cool.
But remember the primary function of armor.
Yeah, screw
Just
that. If you
stop.
can look good.
You would just look good for 3 seconds until I hit you a couple of times.
Let's see, wait, do one more thing here. Yeah, that is the Royal Armoury in Leeds, by the way.
The elephant armor is cool, but that's because it's actually functionable. You protect your elephant. That's the point of the elephant armor.
The elephants are cool. All right, I gotta go. We're gonna go. Say goodbye. We've said goodbye at least 3 times. That's good for Minnesota.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Next week, we'll try to be at 6:30 again. Okay. Bye.